actually. Hey guys, so I was having some problems again earlier. I'm trying it out again here. I tried it yesterday to make sure everything was running smoothly, and for some reason it's not. Um, it worked fine yesterday. People were able to ask. I did it with a small group. They were able to ask the questions, and it just seems that I don't know when I do it on a Wednesday, it's not allowing clients to ask questions, and I'm not seeing you all logged in. But what I was just doing, I'm expecting gold to push bullish, just some trader talk. I'm expecting gold to push bullish. I'm expecting US 30 to push bullish now after we had these bearish moves. So we took a loss today, which is fine, which is part of it. And I am expecting the market to now go bullish on gold and US 30. This is not a training or trading session, so there's no charts, there's nothing like that. It's more Q&A. So if you all have questions, please go ahead and ask your questions. I'll answer your questions here live, trading related questions. Type it in the chat or the comments. I'd be able to see it. Yeah, I was having some problems earlier. Again, I tested it yesterday. I'm not sure why, but I'm gonna try it again now. I'm saying probably next week. I'm using my phone. Probably next week session I'll have to do it on my computer. Any questions? I don't know if you all have any questions. Please type it in the chat or type it in the comments, and I should be able to see it. Just to go over what I am doing with the batch that's coming. So the cost of the class is $197.99 US monthly for 6 months. So it's 6 payments of $197.99 for the 6 months, for the duration of the program. All right, and as I said, what I am doing is starting from scratch. So if you all are beginners, it's going to be brand new information. If you all maybe have been trading for a while, it's going to be a recap of some of the information. Some of this stuff will still be new to you because of how I do it, right? Some of this stuff is going to be new to you, and we just go over this stuff again. So it starts the 28th of February, but as I said, in terms of the registration, I open registration already for you all. So once these spots are filled, that's it for the registration. All right, but the program itself, I'm starting the 28th of February. I know we're carnival people, so I know some of us not going to take it that seriously if I was trying to start at the beginning of February and carnival is there. So that's what I'm doing. Platform do I use? Do you mean what broker? If you're asking what broker, so I use AvaTrade, but what I do, I have all my clients sign up with AvaTrade unless they have a broker already. Part of the package, part of the intro in the package when we reach to that stage, because you don't need a what you call this thing, you don't need the broker right away, because we're not going to start trading from right away. We're going to be going over this stuff, practicing for the first at least 2 months out of the 6, and then maybe 4 to 6 months. That's when we're going to be live, and we are going to be trading together. And my aim in any of my packages is always to make back the money. So even with funding your account, some people were asking, even with funding your account, you don't need to have a funded account right away when you start. What we are going to be doing is using a demo account first, and then after we go to the funded account. Right, but so if that's the question that you're asking, MetaTrader 4 and the broker that I use, AvaTrade, I also have a good relationship with them. So each of the clients, like my clients, don't have any issues. You know, you hear some of these horror stories. This broker closed down. You're not gonna hear stuff like that. With AvaTrade, they've been in existence for a while, and I don't look for cheap spreads. To me, that's not what a broker is about. It does make sense. You have $1 million on the platform, and then you can't access that $1 million. So to me, I want security for my money, for my clients' money. So I use Ava, and because I have the relationship with them, what they do, all my clients get a 20% deposit bonus. So if you put $1,000, you're gonna get $200 extra. I haven't checked how many spots are remaining. I kind of do it at the end of every week. So at the end of this week, I will know what happened. I know about 4 spots have gone already. That was from last week when I did it. I think I did that video the Sunday, I think it was, when I sent it out. Can't remember exactly when, but I believe about 4 spots went already. I didn't check for this week as yet. Right. So size of the funded account. So again, I know you all might mean certain things just to be so a funded account when you talk about trading is like when you're dealing with FTMO that somebody gives you money. So that's not what I'm talking about. If that's what you're asking. If you, what I was referring to when I say so this is how this program is gonna work. You all come, we start the education together, we're going to be learning together, and then after you learn and you're comfortable enough, we're going to go into a live trading routine, right? So the live trading routine, that's when you fund your personal account. So I kind of recommend between 500 to 1,000 US dollars in your account as a beginner. It's your own money. You don't have to worry about, because the thing is with a funded account, it could be good, but for a beginner trader, there's so many rules. So you can't have trades open this period of time. You have to close off on the weekend. So sometimes you might be in a trade, you might be profitable, or going to be profitable. Sometimes you just in a little bit of drawdown, but you have to close it out, and then you fail the challenge, then you have to pay all over again. So for me, I want to get your trading so that your own personal money, your own account, and then you have the skill. After you have the skill and you're comfortable enough, sure, you could do a funded account. You could take the challenge, you could pass the challenge, and go from there. And yes, so the broker that I use, one of the reasons why I use AvaTrade other than security is I have no issues with deposits and withdrawals. They accept our local credit cards here. So you deposit with a credit card. How withdrawals works is this. If you 150% of what you deposit goes back to that card initially. So if you start with $1,000, when you're withdrawing, up to $1,500 goes back to your credit card. So you might withdraw 200 here, 500 here, whatever. When you calculate the balance, you have up to 1,500 back to the card. Then everything else is wire transfer to account of your choosing. So no issues. Takes about 2 to 3 days for the funds to show up back on your card. About 3 to 4 days for the wire transfer to hit your personal accounts here. If you have a US account and you want to keep a US, because remember, trading, we'd be trading US and you'd be making money in US, right? If you have a US account here, when it's time, when after you send the money back to your credit card and you do any wire transfer, you could wire it straight to a US account and you keep it US. Maybe you travel, so you want US. If it is you don't want US and you're not really concerned about that, you have a TT account, the bank will just convert it on the day rate. So if you send 1,000 US and the bank is paying you 6.8, you'll get 6,800 TT in your bank account within a couple of days. Shows up like normal. So that's how the broker works, and that's one of the reasons why I use them. No need to even open up one now in order to get like the deposit bonus and the relationship. One of the account managers deals with all my clients for me. So if you do have any issues at all, you could reach out to him directly. Not like you're going through customer service. He deals with all my clients for me. So once we get to that point, I will give everybody the link, and then you could go ahead and open your Ava account, you fund it. He would actually give you a welcome call, and then from there you have a direct relationship with him. As I said, 1 or 2 customers might have had 1 or 2 little issues, but it's not issues that will stop you, and he usually sorts it out. He'll tell you, all right, no, you need to submit X or Y, and then it's sorted out. So for me, and that was one of the things. So the strategies that I'm going to teach you, reality of it works on all the pairs. From crypto to once you could pull up a candlestick chart, the strategies work on these charts. I focus mainly right now on gold and US 30 because for me, this is what, right? For me, I basically just want volatility. Some pairs you realize move slow, some pairs move faster. I want volatility because I want the market to be able to push. And if my target is to make 50 pips and a pair is only moving 30 pips, then I need to be in that trade 2-3 times, or I need to find another pair. For me, with the US 30 and gold, they're very volatile, meaning the US 30 you all have seen within a half an hour, sometimes within an hour, we could push 200-300 pips. And if that's the case, and my target is I just want to make 50 pips, it's easier for me to make that 50 pips. So as a trader, as I always tell people, as a trader, you just want movement in the markets. And if those are the pairs that are moving, then that's why I focus on gold and US 30 for now. But the strategy itself could be used on any pair, as long as it's a Japanese candlestick chart. You could do that. Late, what's the cost? So the cost is $197.99 US monthly for 6 months. So it's 6 payments of $197.99 for the duration of the program. Good night, Steve. Regarding the course, any particular time, as some of us may have full-time jobs. No, right. So I've taken that into account as well. So for instance, in terms of the course so far, this is what we're doing. In the start, it's going to be Sundays and Wednesdays, 7 p.m. So I'm giving everybody, you have time, you reach home, you settle down, maybe you have children, you do homework. As I said, I have 3 young boys, so by the time I pick them up from school in the evening, do homework with them, and then I could come to do a session like this. So I'm looking, it will mostly be 7 p.m. Again, all the sessions would be recorded. So I would like everybody to attend the sessions live, but let's say for some reason you reach late to the session, or you miss a session, the recording will be posted within 2 days' time. So you would have access to the recording of the session and you could go over what it is. You all are going to have homework. So when we meet on a Sunday, when by Wednesday, before Wednesday, you all need to submit your homework, because as I said, this is not a program for somebody who wants to trade as a hobby. I am going to show you all what it takes. It's going to be a little bit more challenging in the beginning, meaning you're now learning, so you're going to have to go over your stuff. Let's say we're doing trend lines this week. I'm going to tell you, all right, go to the charts now, pull up some trend lines, draw some trend lines, submit it to me, take some screenshots, submit it to me, and once I have that information, I kind of go through with you. So that is to ensure that you understand each topic. It's not, I don't have my program where, as I said, you buy an online trading course, how a lot of the courses out there are. You don't have access to the mentor directly. It's in a Telegram group, like how we all are in a Telegram group where you can't reply. But with me, with the paid members, you all have access to me. So we kind of going to be going back and forth. Not going to allow you all to abuse it. You're not going to be calling my phone 12 o'clock to look at a chart. That's not what it's about. But as I said, you all would have access to me. So we go back and forth, make sure that you understand that topic when we move on. Right? So in terms of the times, as I said, I know some of you all have full-time jobs. After, however, though, as I said, I was explaining that earlier, in terms of the live markets, the disadvantage that we have here is that the active session happens 3 a.m. in the morning our time. It starts then. And the reason for that is the active session starts 8 a.m. when the UK banks open. So 8 a.m. UK, when they start to process orders and put through their trades, that's when the market wakes up and it starts to move. So because of that, we then have to get up 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock. So in the education phase of it, we're not going to do that. But late in the next, as I said, we're going to be going through education probably about 2 to 3 months, and then 3 to 4 months depending, we're going to be trading live together, right? That's when you would need the money in your account. That's when we go from there. And in that timing, we're going to have to trade sometimes 4 o'clock. For me now, my routine is this. I set my alarm 3:30, I'm up, look at the charts. Maybe I have a setup, set some alerts maybe if it's not quite there yet, and I go back to bed. Or if I'm up, I record the TikTok content, I start my day, I go exercise depending on what I'm doing, and I go from there. That's how you have to approach it. So for those of you with jobs, when I was working, I used to do the same thing. Set my alarm, get up, look at the charts, trade, go back to sleep, and then get up for work, or start my day like that. That's what it takes if you all want to, as I said, if you all are serious about trading in 2024, you cannot trade in the active zone. That's when you'll make your most money and you'll be done for the day. That is why, as I see some of these guys on TikTok, and they're talking about, we taking 5-6 trades for the day. If you all realize, I don't need to take 5-6 trades for the day. I just take a couple trades, that's it, and I'm done. And that's what I want you all to do, because then that way you all have your freedom. If you have to be in front of these charts 24/7, what is the point of doing it? Then to me, it's just another high-paying job. So it's no different to being a doctor or lawyer. The doctor has to be there right through in their practice. If the doctor is not there, practice is closed, they make no money. So for me, I want to be able to give you the setup where, all right, let's say you reach to that point and you retire, trading is your full-time gig, just like me. You basically get up, you trade, and then you say, all right, what do I do today? What do I want to do today? Maybe you start another business. Maybe you do something else. Maybe you focus more on trading. It's up to you. It's just giving you that option. That's not what you have to do, but it works the same way. So if you still have your job, you basically trade half an hour a day, because after you actually set up your charts, it's a waiting game. So it's literally a waiting game. I have alerts set up and I don't need to be in front of my computer. I could be out, I get an alert, I place the trade on the road, and then when I come home, I manage it. Or that's how it goes. Yeah. Any questions again? Anything else you all want to ask? You all want me to clear up? Let me just say, so I was touching on the program. So as I said, Sunday and Wednesdays, 7 p.m. Maybe about an hour and a half, depending on questions, depending on what the topic is. We go through those sessions, videos, everything that you'll get every trade. So for instance, this morning, the trade that I shared with you all, we took a loss on, but there was a trade that I was in from last night that I closed out again 3 o'clock this morning when I got up on the US 30. I closed out and I made profits on that. So trades like that, you all miss, you all wouldn't get. Because again, me sending out an alert in the Telegram group 1 o'clock in the morning, you're not gonna get that. Right? So that's what it is. I've been a full-time trader for going on, this year would be 10 years. Because I retired at 28, I'm gonna be 38 this year. So 10 years roughly, I've been a full-time trader. I walked away. My last job was at Unitrust. I walked away from my job at Unitrust at the age of 28 from trading. And before that, I was trading for about 9 years. Yeah. So that's what will make it about 18 years trading in total. So that's what I said. I've been trading before trading was popular. Trading is popular now because a lot of the network marketing companies, IML, buy, you name them, right? A lot of them. And for me, I've tried it. Not that I needed it, but to me, I always like to see what benefits can I bring to my clients. So IML had a scanner. That wasn't bad. But again, for me knowing how to trade, I was like, all right, I won't take this trade, I won't take that trade. And I was able to phase out certain trades. But for somebody who does not know, it could be very dangerous. It could cause you to lose a lot of money depending on how you're following it if you're just jumping in a trade. So yeah, I tried out some of these, not, as I said, not to do it, but my issue with all of these programs are built around network marketing. The focus is really and truly not trading. They are not teaching you how to trade. There are people that focus on it, but the reality of it is they are not. The reality of it is the focus is, all right, I need to bring 2 people to go to this level to do this, and that's network marketing. Before I got involved in trading, I was in Amway, I was in Quickstar. I know about network marketing. I made money with it, but for me, when I learned to trade, and my mentor took the time, and I realized, all right, trading is a personal thing. It's a one-on-one. You don't need anybody to trade. I can literally just learn the skill, and then that's a skill that you have for yourself. So that's what I'm doing. We're working together for 6 months to give you that skill, and then you now take that skill and use it as you see fit. All right, so I answered the questions on brokers already, but what I'll do, the broker that I use is AvaTrade, and what I will tell you is this: for all the clients, you don't need to open an account now. One, we don't need the account right away. Two, right, the broker that I use works directly with clients from Trinidad, so you use basically your credit card to deposit, or you do a wire transfer. They then when you do withdrawals, it goes right back to your credit card 150%. So if you put on $1,000, $1,500 goes back to your credit card. Everything else after that is wired back directly to you. I have a direct relationship with them, so all my local clients here open an account kind of under a profile with me, and you get direct access to them in terms of, I have one rep that deals with all of my clients. He will reach out to you, introduce himself, and that way you have that link with him. So there's no disappearing. As I said, I've been trading for 18 years. I haven't been with Ava from the start, but I've been with Ava probably about for the last 10 years, and none of the clients that I've used have had any issue with money disappearing, any issue with ridiculous spreads, anything like that. I don't trade SMC, so I can't explain SMC. That's what I said. So my strategy, I'm not gonna touch on another strategy. I've seen it before. I can probably break it down, but it's not the strategy that I use, so I'm not gonna explain it. And in terms of the account, right? In terms of the account, you don't need to open the account now. As part of the package, I will provide you with all of the links and the broker. What they do, because of the relationship, you're gonna get a 20% deposit bonus when you open the account. So if you open the account with $1,000, you're gonna get 200 US added to the account basically once you place the first trade, and then we just go from there. And it's not if because again, I don't know your budgets. If you all do get involved, if you do firstly get a spot in the program and then you do get involved, then basically you're gonna do I have clients who put $10,000 and you get 2,000 bonus, 2,000 US as the bonus. It's because it's up to I think 50,000. So I had a client in December they actually ran a promotion that they extended to me directly, and I got it extended to about 5 of my clients from the batch before, and one of the guys put 20,000 and I think they had 35%, and he got 7,000 US bonus added to his account. So what strategy? So again, the cost of the program for some of you all now coming in $197.99 per month for 6 months. So $197.99 US per month for 6 months for the duration that we are working together. There's really not a name. I know. Yeah, so you're asking what strategy do I use? There's not really a name to it. So I trade a mix. So again, in my 18 years of trading, I've had 3 mentors. The first person that I learned to trade from taught me one way. Another guy that I saw, again, I am the type, I have no problem spending money on education. So I learned from one guy out of Orlando and 2 guys from the UK, right? In terms of the guys from the UK, I had the basics from Orlando, and then I took parts of their strategy from the UK, and that's what I come together to trade with now. Because it was one of those things where these, again, I realize there's a thing with traders. This trader will say, because I'm trading, as you say, like SMC, or SMC trader would say, you know what, those Fibonacci guys don't know what they're doing. Fibonacci's don't work. And a Fibonacci guy would say, hey, yeah, that SMC, that's crap, that don't work. But the reality of it is both of them trading and making money. So it have to work. It have parts of each strategy that will work. It's just, I might know SMC, so I am saying that don't work. That can never work. Only my ways work. And that's not true. I'm in these markets too long to see that there are so many different successful traders that don't trade the same way, that make money in these markets. So I don't really have a name for my strategy. I just look for certain things. I have like a set of rules, and the rules is what we go over. So the thing is with the rules, I might be pulling 2 points from SMC. I might be pulling 2 points from another client, 2 points from here. That makes up in the entirety. That's my checklist. And then we go from there. So yes, so as I said, what it will be is, for the first 2 months we'll be doing education. There'll be no live trading. Those sessions would be Sunday and Wednesdays 7 to 8:39. And then after that, then it will be live trading. So that's when we would switch to, as I said, if it's live trading, we're gonna have to do a 3 o'clock session at 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. because we're trying to catch the active zone. We'd be live trading together for the balance. If everybody gets the education in 2 months' time, then for the next 4 months we're gonna be live trading. After the 6-month mentorship, would there be any weekly analysis meetings, etc.? Right. So the program right now counts for the 6 months. After the 6 months, if you all do want to continue, you all can continue. The price would not change for the members, right? It'll be the same price if you all do want to continue, and as I said, it's optional. But yes, the support and everything will continue if you all do continue the program. If you all do continue the membership, continue using the broker even after. Oh yeah, the broker is for life. The broker, you're just opening the broker through me, and then that's your broker. And as I said, with my Trinidad clients, we don't have any issues at all. So that's the broker you would use. Appreciate it, Aaron. Yeah, so that's the broker. Once you open the broker account, unless you close the account, even after the program, you continue using that same broker and you make your money. With me, with a broker, a lot of people I know run and focus on this broker have zero spreads. But again, because of how long I've traded, I've seen two crazy spikes in the market. There was when the Swiss franc unpegged from the euro, causing the markets to move. A market that normally moves 30 pips a day move something like 1,500 pips in that one day, and I've seen plenty brokers go bankrupt. All of those small brokers who doing zero spreads, the reason why they do that is because they're brand new, and they basically ask clients to they encouraging clients to bring the money to them so that they could build, which is how all the brokers start. But the problem with that is when that crash happened, right? The smaller brokers were not, all the brokers had to get bailed out. All, because this is what happened. A lot of clients' account went to minus. So when your account goes to minus, it doesn't affect you, but the broker has to get that balance sheet back to zero, right? So for them, it's a negative balance. For you as the trader, because you have that gap, you lose all your money. But if your account went to minus $2,000, you don't have to pay the broker back that $2,000. The broker, however, has to find that $2,000 by how many ever clients. So what ended up happening with that crazy move that day, and just now on the next side of that, so that's if you lost. But if you were in a trade, like we say an error in the right side of the trade, and then the market pushed, and you were now up $100,000 on a trade that you would normally make $200 in, and you were up 100,000, which happened for some people, the broker has to find that money to pay that. So a lot of those smaller brokers were not able to go to, all the brokers at that time had to go to banks and borrow money, take a loan to get the balances squared off, and then resume trading, and then they repay the loan. The smaller brokers did not have that access to those banks to be able to do that. So a lot of those smaller brokers went bankrupt. So for me, as I said, it doesn't make sense having $100,000 in an account, and God forbid you need to take out all your money and you can't get it. So I'm not looking for cheaper spreads. I have a relationship with Ava. I have no issues with Ava at all. So I use Ava, and I recommend my clients use Ava. As I said, as a member, you all will get access to the link directly, and you get the bonus, and we just go working from there, and then Ava is the broker. Any other questions? Anything else you all want to ask? Any other concerns? So Ava does not allow crypto, so you use your credit card or wire transfer. Same method for the reverse. When you're doing your withdrawals, you get back your money to your credit card or crypto. I know some of y'all ask, and if y'all don't have credit cards, it's up to y'all how y'all want to do it. But I recommend Ava. But some of y'all, for instance, I think one of y'all, if it was not mistaken, is Yusuf JP, said you already have your crypto. You have a broker that uses crypto, and that's what y'all use. So that's fine. Once you trade in on the Forex market side of it, sure, no problem. And you will do that. Crypto for me is just very risky right now for new traders. That's just how I feel about it. It's been risky. And it's one of those things where, as a new trader, if you don't understand the markets, unless you holding money in crypto, which is what some of you are doing, but even that, it's very tricky. is very tricky. It's not a bad investment, don't get me wrong, but a lot of the times, two things happen. A lot of the times you'll buy after the hype with crypto. So when everybody, because the reality of it is when everybody is talking about Bitcoin, hey, Bitcoin is 50,000, that's not the time to buy. That wasn't the time to buy. The time to buy was when it was 30,000. And then when it went up to 20,000, you sell, right? And that's what I see a lot of people doing. So they jump in on the hype. Hey, 50,000, we go into 100,000, and then it crashed. It didn't crash. It was just correcting. It has to correct. All markets correct. No market moves in a straight line. Yeah. Any other questions? Because I think that's it. I'm going to wrap up the session for tonight. If you all do have any more questions. If no more questions, if you just type in no, so I'll make sure I'm not somebody not typing and I just end the session. So if you all could just type in no, and then that'll be it for the session tonight. No problem, Aaron. You're welcome. And again, if you all haven't gotten a spot, make sure and get a spot, because as I said, once the spots are gone, I'm not going to be opening up any more spots. All right, guys. Have a good one. Look out for some trades, some more setups. Tomorrow, please go out. As I said, I'm looking at US 30 and gold. I have my charts in front of me, and I'm looking at US 30 and gold bullish tomorrow. Please go out. So I'm looking for those setups. We had the push on gold today, which stopped us out. I am actually still in those trades. I actually didn't get stopped out because I was using an advanced strategy. So what I share with you all in the free group, you all can't risk as much as I'm risking or some of the advanced members risking. So again, after the session, you'd be able to determine what you want to do. And what I did my grade trading. So I'm actually probably about 10 pips. I had a big drawdown, but I'm probably about 50 pips or so away from break even on gold. And once I get to break even, I might just close out gold, taking a break even day rather than a loss on gold yesterday. But with y'all, when I am sharing that, I have to be responsible. If I personally want to take additional risk in my account, I have to take additional. I can take additional risk, but if it comes like with y'all, it comes like I'm managing clients' funds, so I'm not going to basically just don't give you all stops or don't or take additional risk. Once you all learn the actual skill, then you all could decide, you know what, I want to apply this strategy and do a little bit extra, or I don't want to, or I just want to have a hard stop. Yeah, Aaron, that's a main thing for me, because one of the things is I realize a lot of people, one, they don't share everything, two, and it sets bad expectations. Like, that's one of the main things for me. Yes, I could show you all right, I win, which is what a lot of people do. They don't show you all the losses, and what happens is when you come to them and the first trade that happens loses, is like, all right, how this happen? You don't ever lose. But it's not that they do ever lose. There's no program, no IA, no trader, no robot that wins 100% of the trades. That just doesn't happen in trading. There's none. You are going to take a loss. You are going to there's going to be losing periods. There are. I've been trading 18 years. There was a 3-month period where each month was a losing month for me back to back at a point in time. It happens. It's just part of it. There's no way to get away from it, and that's the thing. If I had a crystal ball and I could have said, all right, you know what, January is a real good month, we make 200%, and next month's going to be a losing month, I just won't trade next month. But that's not how it goes. Yeah. All right, guys, I'm ending the session here. We'll do another Q&A session on Wednesday. Look out for some more updates, more alerts, and sure, I'll look out any questions, anything like that in the meantime. You all could email me, no problem. And that's it. Was in the sell and was trying to understand your point of view. Actually, still on demo. Sell on what? A strategy. So learning until I'm ready to take next step. Yeah, that's what you do. No, it's fine, but was in a sell on what? On gold? From before. So I was in a sell on gold. Anytime, right? So when gold, the market has levels, right? If you realize what I will do, I would have a long-term target. So even when I send out a trade in the group, I have a long-term target. But the reality of it is the market moves in waves, even to that target. So it's irresponsible for me to see the market approach a zone. I'm up 200 pips, and because I'm being greedy, because I want the market to give me that full 500 pips, I just stay in that trade. So what I do, I put a target, because sometimes the market, you might wake up and the market push 400 pips. So when I'm entering the trade, I put my target, right? When I'm entering, yeah, sorry about that. When I'm entering the trade, I put my target, and then I manage the trade accordingly. So for instance, on gold, I was selling from the top. The market reached a level where it had bounced twice before. I took my profit on the sell trade, and then because we had rejection there, I bought. The market took out that rejection. That's how we got stopped out. But there was a level that the market, the next level that the market pushed to. So that's why I'm looking for the market to then bounce today, bounce tomorrow. Let me see what happens. It, again, doesn't have to be a big bounce, but let me just see the market correct, and then I'll be looking to go from there. Yeah. All right, guys. So that's it for tonight. Have a good night.